Hey guys, it's Coop from Garage Gym Reviews. We're here in TK, who is PRx's, what is your title? Social manager?
Social media, content
Manager. You've probably seen his garage in some capacity if you're on any of their socials. We're gonna do a walkthrough of his gym. Before we get started though, do you guys like these walkthroughs? We haven't done them as much in a while. I'd love to hear if you'd like to see us do some more and if you'd like to see us come to your garage. Let me know. TK, this is a little bit unique gym. It's 2-car garage, but if you can tell from the flooring, big time into cars and detailing cars and that whole culture, which by the way, why would you have any room for cars when you could have the whole thing as a garage gym?
In Fargo, North Dakota, it's not crazy for it to get -30 here and be just super cold. So
okay, yeah.
We try to get the cars in at night, and if you're a car guy, you care about your vehicles, so you gotta pull them into the garage. So I'm always out here late night when Chelsea's in bed already, like, I gotta get the cars in, it's just gonna get cold tonight. So I'm putting stuff away, packing vehicles in.
But one thing that is dialed in this gym is storage. She's just got stuff so incrementally put everywhere, just really well done. So we're gonna walk through some of that and some of the equipment. As you'd expect, a lot of it's PRx, but he has some other stuff too. So walk us through this. Most of the time when you're lifting, are there actually cars in here, like in the winter?
Yeah. So in the winter time, no, I leave this open. And so this is where I park my truck. So usually what it looks like is we'll go rack down. Like I usually have just a yoga mat back here for warm up and then kick the rower out. It takes a minute to pull it all away, but then once it's done, I'm just using this lane and then Chelsea's Jeep is usually living right here.
Can you train with both cars in here?
Yeah, we used to, because when I was working out in the morning, I would have to make sure that I was right up on the front rails, like centimeter. But you back the rack off and it worked just fine.
That's kind of one of the unique parts of his gym. Most people, if they're parking in the garage, there's no way they can lift in their garage while they're parked. Or they can't really even like have a big setup. But if you see, because he's using all their fold-away stuff, he's got a pretty full-featured gym, but it's all just pushed in this corner. So let's start with the centerpiece. Talk me through the rack.
We wanted to get the cars in the garage, but I always want it to look cool too. I mean, I always think about the aesthetic when I'm planning it, and a lot of PRx gyms are usually on one wall. So that being able to use a second wall to me was kind of cool, but the main thing I kept in mind was if I ever, bust out from under a lift or something doesn't go well, what could the bar run into? So that it's pretty light there, under the electrical box, but I love having the rack on the back wall because at night when it's all lit up, it looks sweet. People are coming by and it feels good. I didn't want to deal with the slope of the garage, so that was the idea with putting it on the back wall. The rubber area is what I consider the lifting area. But we work out on the race decking too. But for the most part, squatting, Olympic stuff, we get all that done here, and you don't feel like, oh man, these walls are creeping in on me. You never seem to get that feeling, and that was one thing I was really wanting to make sure of.
Do you know what the distance is between this pole and this pole? Like
it's just shy of 130 inches.
All right, so that's compact. So you got a 7-foot bar, you got basically 5-foot shaft, 2 feet off. So how close are you running to this when you're lifting? A couple feet?
Yeah, you have to do a move like that. Like if Chelsea's squatting and I try to sneak out, you kind of have to get around the bar. But rarely are we like working in the same pace at the same time. We kind of try to set it up. We're into Metcons, or if I'm lifting, maybe she's doing a Metcon over here, so it's sweet that way. Then you just work together. I need to grab a couple of plates. We just added the dumbbell storage, and I love that it's open enough because this is our main entrance into the house. I love that we've got enough room there, and it's the cleanest way to store our plates. I mean, I like kind of hide the stuff underneath it. It just turned out really clean for all the stuff that's living there.
Talk us through the dumbbell storage, because I don't think, this isn't a piece I feel like a lot of people know of. This thing is super compact. Stores on the wall. We saw these at the facility when we were doing the walkthrough. Tell us what you like about them.
I just think the cleanliness, we had a hard time finding a good solution for that, at PRx. And once we got this, it was such a great thing. We don't need a huge set of dumbbells. Like we have exactly what we're probably gonna use here. I mean, maybe one day I'd go a little heavier, but you'll notice that with mine it's installed a little bit different where the arms are kind of all the way out to the outside.
Oh, okay.
And just that, with the way this space worked out, I didn't want to go that way, and I knew I couldn't come this way. So it was packing it on there and really making it work into this small footprint.
Yeah.
And you know, some might think that it does conflict with the rack, but if I have to, I'll bench with spotter arms so I can come a little bit further off the rack.
Okay.
And when I'm squatting, it's no issue.
Okay, I was gonna say that. So when this rack's down, it comes what, 22 inches or so, I think is what the number is?
Yeah, the depth is, it's a lot closer to the wall because we have a shorter ceiling.
So when you're benching here, how do you get the plate on?
So when I bench, and I don't bench that often.
Bars up here, okay.
But when I do.
Yeah, I can tell, your chest is kind of.
I'm a lower body guy all day.
Yeah, lower body guy, dude.
I got a funny story, but I can't tell it on the camera why I lift legs. When I'm benching, I use the spotter arms. And so then I kick the bench out a little bit further and I come off the spotter arms and it works fine. Yeah. I mean, if I'm really getting a spot where, you know, I need the spot, then I'll get the help. I'll get Chelsea to come out and we'll adjust for it. But yeah, I just bench off the spotter arms.
Okay. You've got the grind flat bench, which is PRx's like economical line.
Yeah.
Why go with that bench versus like the PRx folding or the adjustable one?
Yeah. The little bit of depth that we lost because we had to do the modified install here and then putting it on stringer boards, I was like, well, I don't want to go with a folding bench. I'm not, like, benching isn't something I feel like I'm going to do every day or need to have like the most premium setup for. So I went this, and more times than not, I find myself using dumbbells on that side of the gym and then coming back, you know, pull-ups, Metcon type stuff. So it works great. I mean, it's a super budget friendly piece and it's awesome for us.
How tall are your ceilings?
So it's a 98-inch ceiling.
Okay, so this is a fold-up rack. Oftentimes people look at these and it's like, no way I could fit in the garage. But this like barely, the clearance is like right there, right?
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Wow. That is slick, dude. Yeah, that's cool. It is like.
And you get, it's funny.
Did you have to like put it in twice to install it, or did you just dial it in and?
Because if like we provide the measurements.
If Sam was putting this in, dude, there would be holes all over the place. Dude, he'd do this 100 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is nice.
If you go to,
sorry, I know he can't defend himself. Sorry. Defend Sam in the comments.
Well, when it is time for Sam to install one, I'll highlight all the measurements he needs so we can set him up.
All right, so a lot of storage solutions, kind of like PRx's game. Walk us through what storage you've got.
Yeah, this is a new one and it's really popular. It's an accessory storage.
Band.
It's so simple.
You got one here, dip storage.
Yep, we use a dip bar all the time. Easy on, easy off. There's times where I'm like, you know, kipping or doing butterflies and I think about bashing my chin on there, but no, it's part of the home gym. Yeah, it's part of the home gym life. Yeah, I even find myself trying to keep it clean while I'm working out. So I'm like, I don't want to have this huge mess here. You know, you're like putting it away, making sure it looks good. But yeah, it fits well there. Tuck the bench underneath.
Yep.
I love the squat wedges.
These are new from you guys.
And they went well. Like it's been such a.
Do they come with the storage hooks?
Yep.
That's sweet.
I believe you can get them without, and you can get the 15s or the 30s. But like, I'm on those things every day. Just get your quads just fired up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are sweet. So the two different.
Yeah, so if you store them that way, then they sit nicer.
Smart.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Clean.
I feel like that could have been easily overlooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. Add mat storage. You don't use that very much. You can tell it's just kind of like slinking.
So it was bulking season yesterday.
It's sad. Whoa. Use me more. I'm just kidding.
I gotta show it some love.
And then more over here, plate storage. Dang, you got plate storage with the wings. I love the wing edition. The wing edition is just, it's
just
cool.
Looks sweet.
Yeah, it does, dude. And it's so useful. Yeah, out of the way. Oh, that's a weight vest holder.
Yep.
This is newer from you guys.
Storage. Yep.
Yeah, this is cool.
And it's that one thing that it was hard to find.
Yeah, where do you put this?
Right, that
it
just lived on our plyo box, you know? And so when we came out with it, I'm just like, what a clutch piece.
Yeah, that's sick.
I have some kettlebells sitting on the floor, but those are just farmer carries. You know, those actually spend their winter in the rink, but I take them for the summer. But
nice.
I'm trying to get this wall to come together a little bit. You know, maybe there's a creative way to build a box around the electrical box there. But the bands height it a little bit and it ties it together. But like I said, I love the idea of using two walls.
Sure. Oh yeah, it's real nice.
It's great for loading the bar because I come here and I can grab plates and then I'm not like totally, you know, dancing around the barbell.
Yep. And then you got barbells, PRx bar, and sir. What is this? Is that allowed in here, sir?
Oh my gosh, a torch for this?
Just kidding. Okay, one thing that is unique about living in Fargo, North Dakota is it's freaking cold out here. We went wake surfing yesterday and it was like, what was it, 70s? But that was like probably pretty nice for them. It's already, and it's September, it's already getting like cold out here. So what's your unique solutions, recommendations? Because so many people are looking for, you know, I want to work out in my garage gym, but it's freaking cold in the winter.
Yeah.
What do you recommend? I see you've got some solutions. What have you done?
So we finished the garage and we kind of went for it. We had some help with some friends, and if you look closely, you can see like it's not perfect, but we finished, we mudded everything, and just that alone was huge. But
you did all the drywall and everything.
We finished all the work. Yeah, did the ceiling.
Nice.
So huge learning curve, and we've went through 2 sets of lights, but I do like, you know, just for the lighting piece, but we wired it for the heater, and it was the easiest, most cost-efficient way for us to get heat in here.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people, like electrical heaters get a bad name because they're expensive, but when I'm working out in here and it's cold, I leave that on for a 15-minute warm-up, and by the time I'm warmed up, it's warm enough in here, I cut it and I'm good.
Nice.
For like hour and a half workout. It's good. So it's not as much as you think, you know, and besides when we're not working out, it's just knock the edge off, you know.
Sure. Did you insulate all the walls before you put on the mud? Okay.
Yep.
So that's a huge part. And then is there a bedroom above here?
Nope. So what we actually did is in the back here, we left one spot open. Okay. We went up and blew the insulation, and it was absolute circus. You could imagine 4 or 5 guys in here that didn't really know what they were doing. But the finished product was great, and we haven't had any issues. That holds it a ton, because if we would have just drywalled it, I think we would have lost it through the ceiling. So.
Yep. Okay. And then the garage door, this is another solution for anybody that has a garage door. Dude, that's the first thing. Before you get a heater, you got to insulate, because if you're just dumping that heat in here, it's just going out and you're spending a ton of money on it. So insulating is way cheaper to do, especially if you're DIYing. But this is another one, is a lot of garage doors aren't insulated. So if they're not insulated, or even if they're a little bit of insulation, adding in insulation blankets, which you've done here. Is this a garage kit, like a garage door kit?
Yep. We just had to fine tune it and cut it a little bit to fit him.
He is a father, so he's got a kid. You got kid stuff. Most of you home gym owners know that. There's kid stuff. Bike storage over here, bikes out of the way. You made this like little bar area. Do you guys like hang out, lift, drink some brews? I mean,
so the idea when we built it, so we didn't have a kid when we built it. So hey, let's go all out, you know? And now it's getting overtaken. So for everybody that, you know, is worried about their garage, just build a shed. Just build a shed, you know? We're talking about building another one. But the initial idea was to have this bar, because we hang out here all the time. Like, there's nothing better than getting a fire going in the garage or out in the driveway. TV on, we got hockey games, football games, chairs in here, and if I could change one piece with the entertainment side of it, would be to take the TV and mount it back on this wall and run the electrical. So you could kind of sit at the bar with dinner, beers, and have that piece. And then then it leads into a bit of a DIY storage, because I'm a stuff guy. I've got too much tech. I got too much brands. I have stuff.
I love the bar top though. I think that's a great idea, because I'm always looking for somewhere to put my drink or whatever when I'm training. Usually goes on the reverse hyper.
There's always a piece of equipment that's like the catch-all for it.
But also that's the thing about the garage gym, and people that have garage gyms recognize it. Like, the garage gym life is not just the lifting. It's like using the space that's usually just for storage. Suddenly it's an extension of the house. So you get so much more use out of your house when you build a garage gym, because you just want to be out there more. You start to make it nicer, and then it's like, we spend time out here. So I'm the exact same way. What equipment are you missing?
That's a good question. I would love to get like an assault bike in here. And the tricky thing is, where does that fit in? Because now I think the next hardest part that I actually struggle with is trying to place that piece of equipment first. Like, what do I have room for?
What do you think is the best example of the equipment that you make?
I would say it's definitely the Profile line. It's so photo friendly and easy to find. You see the rack stored up on the wall. If it's a folding bench, then you got the logo just right in the middle. But I think it's our plates that are super recognizable. When you get them next to the rack, it's such a cool aesthetic. So it's easy to, you know, I always drive around, now you're thinking about them, like, you look in garages, like, oh, does this guy have a home gym, or is this garage finished? So then you start looking a little further for it. So it's fun, but it's totally the racks, it's the plate placement. Like, I think it just jumps off, you know, I think it jumps off the wall. Some of my favorite things might get missed are like the little hits around the garage. Like, We got battle rope storage.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Okay, yeah.
And like the chalk bowl is just there because that's where it fit. You know, maybe it doesn't make sense there, but that's where it fit. And then like when I'm, you know, drying all my brushes, I put them on the mobility band storage. So like that was kind of a really fun way to brand that.
You got a squeegee holder over there.
Yep. Multi-purpose storage for the squeegees.
Perfect, yeah.
I think it would be fun to come up with a creative way to do the fishing poles. You know, whether it's something we offered. It's like, I always hit up the R&D boys. I'm like, hey, maybe we can attach something to the back of my truck for holding the fishing poles. I think that'd be sweet. I mean, you can, with the Own the Wall line and starting to get into that space, we can kind of take it anywhere.
Without a doubt. Okay, this has been TK's Gym at PRx. You can check out any of their social channels at PRx Performance. Also, we'll put links to their website in the bio if you'd like to check them out. But this has been Coop from Garage and Reviews. I'll see you next time. Peace.